All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reynolds. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Here we go, fellas. Set. 180. It's our time. It's our time. Get it hot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Check 59, right? Get it hot.
Play action. It's Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And Newton's going to keep it. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. After the run, Newton going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eddie Goldman getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Newton. Quick slant caught by Moore. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Back to throw, Darnold. He hits White, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Darnold on first down. Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Lucky 56.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, Darnold. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Bobby Wagner able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. And Parkey's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
180.
On first down, it's Newton. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
After the interception, here's Darnold. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Darnold now on second down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off of play action, Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Carolina getting set to take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. To throw on second down is Newton. Working left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 82 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano out to kick this one away. The return man is Grant. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Detroit! Detroit!
Second down and 10, Darnold. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Play action. It's Darnold. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On second and 10, Darnold. On the left side, a catch by White. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is Darnold. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Darnold from the red zone now. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Throw left side on target to Kane, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The reception good for 7. It's third down. On third down, that's Grant. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. From his goal line here, Newton. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Hey! Take a sack. Come on. 36. Win!
From the end zone, Newton. Getting his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 43. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return it is Corey Grant. They find some open field here. And running with power here. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. Touchdown, Chicago. Corey Grant, 99 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for two. Here's a toss coming right. And he's not going to get in as a try for two comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now Newton on first down. Flushed out right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Second and 10, Newton again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-armed throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Thomas. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, here's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
From the gun on third down, Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
They'll try and run it here. And he will not make it to the goal line here. So they'll be unable to bump this lead up to a field goal as it remains a one-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. A big play there for Carolina. And even 50 yards on the ground. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Newton. Dancing to his Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Gano's kick is right through. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And his pass incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Darnold from the gun. He's going to air one out. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Darnold to throw again. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
On first down, it's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, a 22. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kevin White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are in for 6.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. Parkey with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. Yep. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room inside the 40. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there for the Panthers. 47 yards on the ground. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now a toss going left. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Darnold. Going for a right side here, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Being chased out left. Oh, wide open. Complete. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A huge play there for Chicago. 55 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll give it to him up the middle. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. They'll try and sneak it here, and he'll get nothing out of that one. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Corey Grant with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2?
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here come the Panthers now set to take over on offense. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Set. 180. Hey. Express.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Detroit!
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Darnold on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Hey!
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. They'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Newton now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Lucky 56.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Scoring, there's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Bears, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.